everyone, welcome to AdiTrade. Today we're going to be seeing Nifty and Bank Nifty levels for 17 January Monday. What I have opened here is the 15-minute chart of Bank Nifty. On Friday we had a pretty good move. Let me just show you on the CPR what trade we took. We kind of shorted here near S1 and booked the profits here because there was a good price action support over here. So that's the reason we booked profit, and see, this was a very good place to go long. We were also having the OI support at 38,000. There was a strong open interest support at 38,000. We kind of got this tweezer candle, but we just took the short trade. We failed to take the long trade, but the long trade was more profitable and good. That happens in intraday. If you can just capture one move, that's more than enough. Now, coming for the trade review for tomorrow, I'm going to come back to this 15-minute chart where I have the levels marked manually. See, I'll be using two charts while doing intraday. One, I mark the support and resistance. The other, I make use of the CPR, and we will need both. See, when we came up, right, this black trend line that I had, we kind of took a good resistance over here. So if somebody had gone long here, booking profit at this trend line also was a good thing to do on Friday. Now, coming for Monday, today there is this HDFC Bank result, right? Even on Friday, the up move came only solely because of HDFC Bank. As you can see in the section over here on right hand side where I have all the banks, most of the banks were on the red. It was only HDFC and the Kotak Bank, probably due to the results that's going to come out today. So we'll not look into how the result is going to be, but based on the price action, if HDFC Bank keeps going higher, right, we'll even review the HDFC Bank chart in the end. Depending on the price action, how HDFC Bank reacts, we'll have to take a call on Nifty and Bank Nifty. So the best thing to do is wait and see how it reacts in the first half an hour or 1 hour for HDFC Bank and then take a trade. At least waiting minimum, at least first 30 minutes is required. Whenever we have this heavyweight HDFC Bank is having result and it's a result based move. Now just looking at our chart, if we start trading above this black trend line, right, say get a gap up and probably retest of this trend line and going higher is a good possibility. And this yellow lines that you see is where the open interest is there. We have a resistance at 38,500 and a good support at 38,000. I'll be showing it on the chart as well. And there's another possibility. We can even again take resistance on this trend line and probably even slip from here on the downside. Now just looking at the CPR, right? See, over here, what I wanted to show you is we have this Virgin CPR yesterday's, which is not touched. So there is a possibility we can take resistance at this Virgin CPR and reverse. And even this CPR on Thursday, it's also like a Virgin CPR where it's not touched. We can even possibly take resistance over here at about 38,700 R2 of CPR and then reverse is also possibility. And a breakout of R1 either, let me just clear these drawings. See, the one is I just gave the reversal possibility, right? Now, in case we get a breakout, look for a nice green candle on 5 minutes or 15 minutes from R1. Probably we can trade until R2. If R2 is broken, probably until R3. But I do feel if the results are good, right, we get a huge gap up, say Bank Nifty gaps up until 38,700, then we might take good resistance over here. Even the price action, there is a very good resistance over here. This line over here, 38,711. So if we get a huge gap up, right, the gap up may be sold into, we might take good resistance at around this level where we also have the R2, 38,719, and we have this Virgin CPR, two Virgin CPRs which can act as a reversal point. And now coming for the trade on the downside, right, in case we get a gap down from here, there's a very good chance we might again bounce from 38,000 because we have a very good OI support. See, the regular Opstra what I use for the option chain is not working today properly. That's the reason I opened this Sensible option chain. See, we have a very good support at 38,000 and a very good resistance at 38,500. So in case we get a gap down until this area, we might, like in the opening, get a gap down, come probably here, get a long wick, and even a reversal from this previous day low 38,000 is possible. And in case we break this right in 15 minutes and start trading, see this levels are pretty close. In case we break this with a good red candle in a 15 minute or 5 minutes, this 38,000, probably a quick test of 37,800 and 37,600 is also possible. And we also have this gap fill that is pending at 37,820. Probably even this gap fill that is there, right, can take place. See, these yellow lines are just the open interest that I've marked and kept, so it will help me. Now, see, we have a lot of resistance at 38,500, right? Say if we get a gap up above this line, above this 38,500 and start trading above this, that's when all these call sellers will have to exit and we can get a bigger move on the upside. A short covering will come. So we'll have to look out for that. And as mentioned, if we get a huge gap up, probably until R2, even a good sell-off from here cannot be ruled out. And in open interest, we have a good support at 38,000 and resistance is at 38,500 and the support is at 38,000. Now, just looking at the Nifty levels for tomorrow. See, Nifty kind of remained in this price action levels that we had marked. We dipped in the morning until 1820, got a nice up move, again came down until this support that we had marked. We had a support that marked because of this price action. Again took support. See, especially when you see a candle like this at a support, at a good support. See, what is a good support is when price has taken support many times, right? The price has taken support here, here, and here. So when you see this kind of an hammer candle at a support, this is a very good buy until probably the next resistance line was here, and then even 18,269 was hit. Now coming for the trade possibility for tomorrow, in case we trade above the, now this is a good resistance line. See, we have taken resistance 1, 2, 3 and even in the past. Let me just go to 1 hour chart. Okay, nothing on the past over here. We have a good next resistance at 18,300. See, we have, this is a very good resistance level. 3 times we have taken resistance. So in case we get a gap up and start trading above this level, right, probably the next target is 18,330 and 18,383. And again, if we take resistance here, then we might see lower levels of 18,222 and even 18,160. I'll just turn on the CPR just to see the CPR levels. See, this is where we have even the previous day high. So a good gap up over here at this level, we can possibly get a sell-off. And R1 is exactly at the resistance over here. Even a gap up to this level, we can expect a kind of sell-off. And just looking at the Nifty open interest, right? See, the interesting thing is at 18,200, we have a big fight. We have about 46 and 50, not much. So there are people expecting the price to be within this 200 range. That's the reason probably they have sold calls and puts, and a good resistance is coming in at 18,300 and the first support is 18,100 where we have 22 here, and the very good support is at 46,000. See, this strike price can swing either way. If somebody can like take a call or put for 18,200, right? This can swing either way. This can be a very profitable strike price. So if we get the right price action and the right entry for 38,200 can be very profitable. Since we have this HDFC Bank results coming in, let's just look at the HDFC Bank chart as well. See, on the daily chart, we have a good resistance over here. If we go up, maybe we'll take some resistance at 16,120, and above this we have next good level is this selling point of 1650, and obviously the first resistance is here, 1570, and a good support based on the daily chart is coming in at 14,446. So depending on the result, whether it's a good, it's a gap up, whether it's a good or a bad result, if we trade above this trend line, if we get a gap up above this black trend line that I'm drawing, probably we can see 16,019. And if that breaks, probably even 165. And there's another chart pattern that is forming. I just want to point that out. Not sure if this will work, but just pointing it out. We're kind of forming this head and shoulder pattern. Let me just mark it. Not sure if this result is the one news that we're waiting for it to break out of this head and shoulder. If this breaks, the first target can be 1620 and the second one is 1640. And another possibility, say we get a huge gap up, right? The price might come down to retest this level, this neckline also. And in case we break this low, right? See, we came down, we kind of made an attempt going up. We break this low of 15, 17, then we can see lower levels. We'll just shift to an 1 hour chart to just get the support and resistance. See, if this low breaks, next we are getting a support only at 1476 and the next one is coming in at 1444. So the Bank Nifty can be very volatile on Monday. So the best thing to do is wait and trade. My trade plan will be I'll be trading only on the Nifty level, CPR levels. In case I get a rejection on any of the pivots, I might enter even looking at this price action chart.